Hey guys, so where to start your bookkeeping business in 2025? So this is a question I get asked a lot. I have a number of different groups on social media, like I have one on school and I have one on Facebook, and always having people ask what should I do to start? How should I be moving? Where should I go to start getting clients? So I want to answer this question for you in as much detail as I can. So when you're first starting out, I would be focused on social media. So for about 80% of people, social media is going to be the easiest place for you to go and get clients. Now, some people, if you're incredibly old school and you live in a really great city, a really good state where there's lots of business owners that come to networking events can be okay? I'm never going to tell someone not to go to a networking event, because at the very least it can't hurt you. It's just more about a time efficiency element, right? So for me, for example, when I was starting in 2015, when I was first building my six-figure bookkeeping firm, I didn't have time to basically get out of work during the middle of the day, go drive for 15 to 30 minutes, stay there for an hour, then have to go drive an extra 15 to 30 minutes back, right before the middle of the day at work. It just didn't work. So a lot of networking events are for people that already are working their business full time. So they're at really, really inconvenient times, 11 a.m., 10:30 a.m. And there are some that are after work, yes, but for the most part, it's just really hard to kind of get to. So instead, especially nowadays, a lot of people are back inside the office. It's you can't do just the same kind of stuff that you could back in 2020 and 2021, right? Now, number one, so LinkedIn and Facebook are going to be your best bet. You can use Instagram, but most people who are starting a bookkeeping business, I've just found they don't like putting a lot of pictures of themselves up there. Instagram, you can put infographics up. However, it doesn't really connect with the people as much as if you're putting stuff up with people's faces on it, right? So either your face or some kind of company avatar or something like that, because people generally are going to connect with faces, and Instagram tends to be more visual. So if you're not really that big on video and stuff, I'd probably do more a Facebook or a LinkedIn, right? So the one thing, so whether you're using Facebook or LinkedIn, the way that you go about meeting new people can vary, but the bare minimum, groups work on both platforms. So inside of LinkedIn, I would not be inside of those groups trying to find business owners. It's more every group has a directory of members, and I'd be using that directory of members to understand who is a potential client, and then utilizing some we call it social prospecting to go and get on their list. Same thing when it comes to Facebook. Facebook's going to have a little bit more engagement within each one of those groups, so you can interact, get to know people inside the groups in order to get it. But to kind of give you a more structured approach to how to do this, so within social media, right, you first have to start by growing your list, growing the number of people that know you exist. If you only have 10 people that know you exist on social media, or just in general, you're not going to be able to grow a business. So your first goal should be to get 5 to 10 new people to either connect with you, friend request you, or follow you every single day. If you can hit that number, then you're very, very good. Now, the cool thing about that is that there's a very easy way to know that if you're doing the right thing. So what I've just kind of found is that, so if you're having 5 people follow you a day, it should take you 10 days to start really knowing, is the audience that you're going after resonating with you? So after about 50 people who follow you, you should get people saying, I need help with bookkeeping, or this is interesting, we should hop on a call. You should have people actually inviting to call. Now this is different. I'm not talking about some random marketing person friend request you on LinkedIn and then be hey, let's hop on the call so I can sell you something. It should be people that genuinely have an interest in accounting or bookkeeping services. If you're not getting that, then you need to kind of swap whatever group you got those first 50 people and go into a new group until you find it's almost like a pattern. Every Facebook group will have a slightly different grouping or assembling of types of business owners. So if you're in a group where there's not a lot of high quality business owners, you're going to tend to keep getting more and more of them if you were to go and follow every single person in that group, right? So what you do is after 50, okay, no one from that group wants to work or needs a bookkeeper. Okay, let's go find a new group and do the same thing over and over again until you find within that first 50 that you have someone that wants your service. Okay, cool. So now this group B, let's say it's group C, right? Group C now just gave me one person out of 50 that's interested in the service. Okay, cool. So let me go in front and get another 5-10 people a day to go and friend request me from this group C. Okay, cool. Now you have 100, now you have 2 people. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Now you get 150, you have 3 people, right? Okay, now there's a pattern. Now this is where I'm going to start building and like digging in my hooks to start getting a better audience of people that are more interested in working with me. Because birds of a feather flock together, right? So the next thing is like once you start having that, you start mixing your messaging outreach with your content. Now, one challenge people have is that they say like I'm new, so people don't really respond to me, people don't really respect me, no one wants to work with me. People are not they're not ignoring you because you are new, they're ignoring you because you don't understand social capital. So every single time that you ask for something, let me actually draw it like this. So imagine you're like on a video game, you have like a health bar. So your health bar is like this, right? So it starts off, we'll stay in this game, it starts off at 0, you build it up, and then you can go back to 0, right? So when you're first meeting someone, you start off at 0, but a lot of people are treating people like they're starting off at 100. And you know, maybe in life people are nice to you, maybe, I don't know, it tends to be more people that have like had a very, very good life where people are very nice to them in real life, right? And like naturally people are nice to them. So I'll give you an example. So I was talking to this one gentleman, and like in life, he's a relatively attractive individual, so he's used to people giving him free stuff. People let him cut in line. If he goes to a network event, everyone wants to go talk to him. Like people just really, really are attracted to him. But in the online space, he's treating it like he starts off being this very attractive person. In the online space, you're not. You have to build up the attraction and the respect within each person. So how you do that is you do it 2 ways. You either do it by building a relationship inside of Messenger, or you build it with content. Right now, as we kind of touched on in the beginning, the reason why I didn't have you going on Instagram to start was because I know that a lot of individuals and people like bookkeepers don't necessarily like putting their face online, right? So it's like we got to play to our strengths. So you can do that by making a written post. You can do it by making infographics, right? It's just something that is designed to help someone move a bit forward. And also, if you ever want help like learning how to do this, we teach you how to build both messaging scripts as well as like what to post on social media inside of our mentorship program. If you ever want to learn more about that, just click the link inside the description below. But yeah, so you do it through content. Now, at the stage where you're starting out, right? If you're under about 500 to 1,000 business owners on your followers list or your friends list, your type of content should just be about getting people to know you and like you. It's not going to be turning readers into buyers, right? In most cases, when you're starting, you don't have that kind of skill set yet. Like writing a very good social media post that gets people to want to buy from you is a lifelong skill set building endeavor, right? It's very, very challenging. So you're not going to do that. You're just going to make it to where the content helps someone out a little bit. So when you message them to kind of build a relationship, they're more responsive to you. Now you might be thinking, Bryce, messaging a lot of people, it's like, well, yeah, if the 50 people just friend requested you, okay, so you're not going to say hi to them? Now, again, it's all about social capital. So you're not going to be one of those people which like, they friend request you like, hey, buy from me right now. It's not going to work that way. Trust me. They're not going to buy from me right off the bat. You have to be polite about it, right? You have to like actually see, is there a mutual connection? Is there a problem they're having? Is there a thing that they're urgently looking for help for? What are they focused on their business? What are their hobbies? What are like outside of business? Like really understand this full, well-rounded picture of a person. I know you might be thinking, Bryce, I just want to get clients. I don't want to meet people. I don't want people to, like, I don't really care about people. Okay, I'm completely with you. I am the same way. I was the same way. But if I'm not kind of telling you to do something just because I want you to be like a friendly person. I'm doing this because this is effective, okay? It's effective to get to know people. You are in a business model where it's all about relationships, right? In order for you to really make any kind of sustainable income, so sustainable, Not just like you get like one client here, you lose that client, and you have to go back to work. I'm talking about if you want to be able to leave your job with income from this, you have to build a relationship with a person so that they stay with you. Not only do they respond to you on social media, but they buy from you and they stay with you for years on end. They have to like you. You have to like them. If you don't like each other, more than likely you're not going to work together for any meaningful amount of time. Okay? So that's the major key when it comes to this stuff. Now, that's the big thing. So the real struggles are not knowing what content to make, not understanding like how to identify like is there a pool of people that are actually willing to buy from me, and then not understanding like what content really makes people respect you more. So in a lot of cases, again, like we kind of talked about, it's just getting to know who you are as a person so you're no longer a stranger, and helpful tips around bookkeeping and accounting that people either don't know, can't do themselves, or have just never thought about. And like helping them get that kind of epiphany moment where it's like, oh, I never thought about it like that. Now they start seeing you as someone who they really want to work with, okay? So that's how you start your bookkeeping business. And then your goal in the beginning should be to go and try and find a maximum of about 20 clients, right? And just making sure that you're pricing, sorry, clients text me. Really, you should be thinking about a maximum of 20 clients with your minimum price being about $500 per month, okay? You want to charge monthly for this thing, just so that you can have a consistent amount of income, right? Because like I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you're not just building a bookkeeping business just to make like, $1,000 a month, right? You want this to be something that can be sustainable, where it's like $9,000, $10,000, $11,000 a month, and really be that thing that can kind of help you leave your job and get more time to spend with like your family, whether it's to take like vacations with them, whether that's to just work from home, whether it's just to kind of, maybe you've been working so many hours of your job where it's just like you're kind of losing connection with your family. It's like you don't really know your kids anymore, you know what I mean? In order to do that, you have to kind of build this thing for success, for long-term success, so that you can actually really live your life. For me, it's kind of like a lot, like for sometimes what happens, like a lot of people have kind of grown up thinking like money is the root of all evil, or it's like if you were to get a lot of money, you're going to lose all your friends because maybe all your friends are your job. But really how I've kind of like grown to kind of understand like income is that the more money I make, the more I can either give to church, to people who need money. I can help people out, and it's just like it's actually a really cool kind of thing, because it's not just about the money itself. It's just about like what can the money like do for my life and for the people around me, right? And that's like the biggest thing I've kind of learned. So if you're really looking to try to grow the business, just really focus on 10 to 20 clients, $500 a month, put in the time, put in that work. And like if you want like more tutorials on this channel, like we have a lot of different tutorials about like how to do specific things, like how do you go and get clients with LinkedIn, how do you get clients with Facebook. I don't say it was an overview. We have like very deep content that you can go watch. And also, if you just don't want to watch any more videos, like go ahead and click the link inside the video, either above or below the video, to go and like see if we can help you inside our mentorship program. Because like we have, I think on this channel right now, it's like 1,500 YouTube videos. That's a lot of videos. That's a lot of time spent. Now, if you like spending your time trying to figure this stuff out, go for it. Watch this video, see if we can help you. But if you really just want to cut the line, if you want to be able to just skip all that trial and error, skip all that like watching videos and like learning, and just want like a step-by-step formula to be able to go and grow your business to the 6-figure level, click the link inside the description below the video, and go ahead and book a call with me. Let's see if I can help you inside our mentorship program. Like, I can't help every specific person, right? We have a lot of people that reach out asking for help, right? But I want to also see, like, can this thing be something that can work for you? Because the way our methodology works, it's not for every single person on the planet, right? We look for a very specific set of situations, outcomes, and specific ways we work to see if you can actually, like, be a good fit for the program, right? Because the last thing I want to do is, like, have you work with us, you pay for this thing and it doesn't work out. That's never something that I really wanted to be a part of, and I always want to make sure that the people we work with, we can help. Okay, so if you want to see if we can help you out, click the link inside the description, book a call, let's see if we can help you out, okay? Now is the time to go and change your life. Now is the time to take action, right? Because the best day to take action was 20 years ago, but the next best thing is today, okay? So I'll talk to you soon. Have a good rest of your day. Take it easy.